Good morning, I'm PolarizedMoon and welcome back to RuneScape. So, we are starting the Children of Ma, which means that I need to go talk to Karshai. Nope, not climb up, climb down. So we're going down here. Talk to Karshai. Hello. I want to talk about the Children of Ma. Accept quest. PolarizedMoon, you have arrived not a moment too soon. I hope my message found you in good health. You sent a message. I don't think it reached me. That is troubling. It may have been intercepted. Regardless, your visit is fortuitous, for I am in need of your assistance. The 19th ritual of rejuvenation is upon us, far, far earlier than expected. How? So soon? How is that possible? Jalen's sacrifice should sustain the Majoret for another 500 years. Indeed. Do not be deceived by my youthful appearance. Something is happening to the Majoret. Our power is draining rapidly. We can do nothing to prevent it. My efforts to divine a cause have only accelerated my degeneration. The Majoret are forced to convene at the ritual site, and I am sure to be the first in line for sacrifice. You attended the last ritual, and now Guthix has declared you his world guardian. You may be the only one who can help me survive the ritual and solve this mystery. You have my gratitude. The ritual will begin shortly. It's imperative we are there when it commences. If you have questions, now is the time. What about the emergency ritual? Why is it needed? Our power has been slowly but surely draining. Every 500 years we must perform a ritual of rejuvenation to reverse the effects. As you witnessed firsthand, the ritual we must sacrifice one of our own, so the others may receive their power and continue to prosper. Survival of the fittest. Now something is causing our power to drain more rapidly than ever. Ritual is being called to rejuvenate us and hopefully prevent any further power drain. Personally, I'm not convinced it will work. Our numbers will simply continue to dwindle. It is high time we solve our reliance on rituals, or else co-sign our race to extinction. Why are you worried you're the one to be sacrificed? Perhaps you remember when Akra and Ankanthos visited me after I regained my memories. They made no secret their feelings towards my neutrality. Being the only Majoret not to pick a side in the war of Zamorakians versus Zerosians leaves me with no allies. I have no shame in admitting I am not the strongest of my race. I cannot stand up to them if they rally against me, which seems inevitable. Unless I have you. What about the power being drained? Do you have any idea why the power is being drained so fast? My theory has to do with the return of the gods. It cannot simply be a coincidence. We Majoret are born from the same divine energy as Zeros and Zamorak. Energy from our namesake, the elder god Ma. With Zeros' return, they could be using more of this energy than in the previous god wars. I theorize they may be drawing on us as sources for more energy, just like we do in our rituals. I must say, I hope I am wrong. It is a terrifying proposition. Doesn't your power always drain, though? That's why you need the rituals in the first place. Only slowly. It takes hundreds of years for us to revert to our skeletal forms. At this rate, we would need rituals almost monthly. Our race would be completely wiped out within the year. We must find a solution fast, PolarizedMoon. How's the struggle for peace going? Alas, the struggle indeed. This feud has stretched over thousands of years. I fear it is as ingrained in our culture as the rituals are. If our race is ever to find peace, ever to free ourselves from this downward spiral, there must be an awakening. Sounds like you have a plan. I have tried to calm the rivalries between our factions and certain individuals, but the return of the gods has caused a bitter hatred to flare up once again. What little progress I had made appears undone, but I will believe there is still hope. One thing, at least, could still unite our race. If Zamorak and Zeros were to loosen their grip on us, to put an end to this war, we could finally start to progress. Perhaps if they were only to bury the hatchet from an alliance, or something left them both completely out of the picture. What are you suggesting, Karshai? Nothing, merely the musings of a very conflicted Majoret. What are your opinions of Zeros and Zamorak? Two of the greatest rivals this planet has ever seen. Their factions have been clashing for millennia, but I wonder how they think of one another. I lived in Sentistan under the rule of Zeros, serving in the military before transfer to the church as Azanadra's personal inquisitor. There were many positives of the Empire, but many felt our race was stagnating. Zeros ruled from above, rarely gracing either the church or the army with his presence. The Empty Throne, they called it. Oh, is that why he's called the Empty Lord? He was absent, yet still controlling from on high. His orders relayed through the cardinals that sat beside his throne. A throne as empty as his promises. Perhaps that is why some of us use his title so mockingly, the Empty Lord, who had never delivered us from our curse. What about Zamorak? Yes, the goddess Maximus, so frustrated with Zeros's rules and regulations that he brought down the god with his own hands. Shame that his teachings are equally flawed. He lives and breathes the Majar philosophy, survival of the fittest, strength through chaos. I believe Zamorak has always acted in a way he believes to be the best interests of the Majoret. But where has that got us? Our numbers are dwindling and the survival of our race, our once great race, hangs in the balance. Perhaps we are the fittest no longer. His teachings may be misunderstood, but they have done precious little aside from fostering cults that preach evil. Our race must forge our own path if we wish to prosper once again. Alright, I'm ready to go to the ritual site. Very well. I must make preparations for the journey. Go to the site east of Turlweiss Mountain and touch the ritual marker. I will sense your arrival. Alright. Sounds like a plan. Do I need food for this? It said I needed combat stuff, but I don't know if I actually need food for this particular part of the quest. I don't know. If I need food, I can always go back and get food later. So let's just head up over here and see what we've got. So, Zeros and Saren returning is... So, what I'm gathering here is that every being that Ma created is drawing upon the same pool of energy. And that is a limited pool. And I'm assuming what's going on is that... Oh wait, no, I'm over here. I'm assuming what's going on is that they, because Saren and Zeros have returned, I brought them both back. They're also drawing from that same pool of energy. And they are much more powerful than your traditional standard Majoret. So they are drawing more energy than the others are. At least that's what the theory seems to be. Alright, here's the ritual marker. Looks like I'm the first one here. Should be safe to summon Karshai. Great. Greetings, Polarized Moon. Ah, perfect. We're the first ones here. What do we do now? We wait. The other Majard will have sensed you activating the marker too. They will be here momentarily. It's been some time since I saw the ritual stone. Brings back unpleasant memories. There they are. Ah, great. Oh, and look, someone is suspiciously missing. Of course. Yeah. Ah, I see the sacrifice is already here. Nice of you to show up, Karshai. And you brought a bodyguard. Huh, PolarizedMoon can't save you. This is going to be the most unanimous vote since we said goodbye to our dear Lamistrad. I see it did not take long for you to descend into petty insults. I would keep your voice down if I were you, Akanthos. You're so feeble you have reverted your skeletal form already. I have. Surely not so soon. Stop, please. Let us try not to hide the fact that this is no normal ritual. Clearly something strange is happening to us. Sounds like something the next sacrifice would say. Karshai is right, Khazard. Our power is draining at an alarming rate. We are not due for another ritual for hundreds of years. Ah. You fear your own life as the numbers dwindle. Zorosian worm. Shh. I can almost hear it. Yes, the power escaping from me. From all of us. You sense it too, don't you, Kashai? Concerning indeed. I do. I am sure we all do. How long would another ritual sustain us? Months? Weeks? We cannot go on like this. You speak the truth, Kashai. It is good to have you back, brother. Of course you would try to win him over, Quiet, Zomonagal. Time for bravado has passed. If our power continues to drain at this rate, we will all be dead within the year. Agreed. It is imperative we push for a solution. Perhaps it is time we outgrow these primitive rituals. There must be another way. Preposterous. Clearly, Sleeske is not the same. Has he not even bothered to turn up? Or have he found his own solution? If there is an alternative I am not aware of, we need to find out what is draining our power. My theory is that the gods you follow are taking it from us. They are made from the same divine energy. It cannot be a Be still. Zaros, you have finally returned. I've awaited this day for so long. My lord, forgive me. Please, Zamorak, save us. Khazad. Silence, all of you. You need not fear me. I have come to earn back the trust you once placed in me. You have always had my trust, and the trust of those that stand beside me, my lord. Your loyalty has never been called into question as an Adra, but there are those who have conspired towards my downfall. Zamorak will know you are here. Do you wish to reenact that downfall? Such vitriol, Haziel. Zamorak does not concern me. I wish you no harm. Then why have you come here? I know what is happening to you all, and I know why you are gathered here. PolarizedMoon, I must thank you again for your assistance. Perhaps your presence here can help clearer heads prevail. I pray you bring good news, my lord. We fear for the future of our race. Good news. He is probably the cause of our troubles. Zamonagal, I will only warn you once. Do not insult me. Unfortunately, you are right to fear for your race. Your power is being drained so rapidly that you will all likely wither and die without a solution. This cannot be. Zaros, if you have truly nothing to do with this, then why have you come here? To witness our demise? As I said, Kashai, I wish to earn back your trust. Hope is not lost. I wish to make good a promise I made to all of you a long time ago. Long before the God Wars, before the Empire. If you accept, I offer you your pride. I offer you salvation. I offer you freedom from your rituals. You did not keep that promise last time you made it. Or when you made it to the Illujonka, your empire was built on empty promises. Know your place, you ungrateful whelp. Yes, a good point has been made, but what makes you think we believe you this time? I have not come here to beg. Once I have promised you something I did not know how to give. I return to you now with knowledge I did not possess before. I wish to bestow upon you a gift that will make amends for my past missteps. All you need to do is return to Ferenske, the origin of your species. I implore each and every one of you, accept my offering. Of course, Zaros. We would follow you to the ends of the cosmos. Pah! Speak for yourself, you... Enough. You have heard what I came here to say. PolarizedMoon has already configured the World Gate for you. I will await you at the Ritual of Innovation site on Ferenske. Meet me there or conduct your rituals until the last of you breathes your final sigh of regret. Well, my opinion should be clear. We must go to Ferenske. Surprise, surprise! Zaros clicks his fingers and Anzanadra comes running. Stop sulking, Zamoragal. I see no other option but to hear Zaros out. First, though, we must inform Zamorak. Oh yes, our master will be most intrigued to hear those developments, if he is not already watching. Before we make any decisions, I would like us to recall the last time Zaros made us the very same promise. Precisely. He did the dirty work building his empire on the false pretense that he could save us from extinction. He turned his back on us time and time again until we entered his throne room beside Zamorak and made that arrogance his downfall. And Zaros said he would good grace not to strike you down. The moment we saw you, we heard that Zaros said he wishes to save us. He does not. It is just as before, an empty promise with no intention of delivering upon it. Zeros never promised us anything. He took interest in our rituals and speculated there may be an alternative. That was all. Lies! Wake up, Azanadra. Your memory is fogged by blind loyalty. Zeros had told us he would find a way. Told us we would be rewarded for doing his bidding. My memory is clear as day, Haziel. Yours has been warped by Zamorak's propaganda. He has manipulated all of you. This is solving nothing. We are discussing events that occurred thousands of years ago. There's only one way to fairly settle this dispute. We must revisit the events so that they are fresh in our minds. What are you talking about, weakling? I am talking about memory projections, Amorigal. Slightly lofty concept for a brute like you, I know. Karshai gives you the charged Engrometer. Take this, PolarizedMoon. We need to find a memory of what happened thousands of years ago when Zamorak marched on Zeros, at the heart of his empire. Go to the area southeast of the Verok dig site. Archaeologists there have excavated the throne room of Sintestin. They used the charged Engrometer there to capture any memories located there. While you are gone, I will explain my research on memories to everyone here. I have kept a secret for long enough. Okay, so we are now going to the dig site. Alright. I like how they've all generally got the same pose. Yeah, they've all kind of got like this pose going on. Interesting. So we're gonna see Sentistan. I think we can go to Sentistan at some point. I don't know if this is when we go to Sentistan. How many more quests do we have left? 52. Whew, boy. There are not a whole lot of quests left. That's like, what? One or, like, two... depending on how long they are, I guess. That's like 2, maybe 3 recording sessions left. That's nuts. Man, I've been playing this game on this account since the beginning of this channel. And that is such a long time to have continuously been playing, like, more and more quests. Like, quest lines... Like, there are so many quests in this game. And then on top of that, there's stuff outside of the quests that I haven't even remotely touched on yet. After we finish all the quests, it'll be very interesting to, Alright, Harvest Memory Spring. The rest of Karshai's memories should be done within these ancient doors. Okay, I've never been down here before. Crate of blue crystals. Oh, I see one already. Oh, and there's one here. Oh, cool. This is awesome. So this has to do with the archaeology stuff, then. Just in general. Oh, here's another one. So what is that thing down there? Okay, I think there's one... There was one over here, right? Wasn't there? Yeah, there it is. The Refinatrix. Imperial Steel. Manual Auto Cycle. Okay. Dark Animica Rock. So what is this? Oh, the Engrometer is full. I should return to Karshai at the ritual marker on the frozen north. Functions include sounding impressive and purifying sources of divine energy. Huh. I have never been in here. Well, let's teleport back to the Fremennik province, and then we'll, get back to there. Watch me go back, and, like, 3 of them will be dead. Like, everyone, like, just chaos. I wouldn't put it past several of them to just, well, I'm gone, just kill everybody. Alright. We are going to head back. I have the engrometer. A device, recover Karshai's memory from Sentiston. Okay. Fantastic. Hoo boy. Alright, so then I'm assuming after I do this, we are then going to go back to Ferenske. Here we go. Let's go back over here. No, don't enter the cavern. Climb up the tree. And head back up to the ritual site. We've got this. Is everybody still there? Nobody's here. Or do I have to activate it? Okay, yeah. I just have to activate it. Okay, got it. Give the stored memory to Karshai. Excellent, PolarizedMoon. Now, you have the memory stored in the engrometer. Let us continue. As you are all now well aware, I have been studying our ability to reconstruct memories. My research has led me to the discovery that I can use an engrometer that allow others to enter my own. I was present in the throne room the day of the betrayal. It is time we relived those faithful events. Hopefully they'll show us firsthand what Zeros promised. Brace yourselves. Yes, let's go. Your first task as Karshai is to investigate what's going on in the throne room and find out why an Inquisitor is needed. Azanadra has summoned me to the throne room, but his message is vague. My job in Sentiston is to what is that of Inquisitor. I sought out information to what was going on and why I was needed. Oh, this is... Oh, God. Duke's... We've seen that before, haven't we? There's just a demon there. Zabub. There's a Virelord. Perjor. Oh, I can just talk to him. Perjor, might you know why we have been gathered here? Oh, Inquisitor, you startled me. Rumor has it the traitor might be in our midst. I recall that Perjor was repeatedly touching the book he used to carry. Curious magical object, he would record every thought and action. Who summoned you here? I was not summoned personally. The Legatus Maximus sent me as an envoy. His mission was... The West was too important to interrupt. Nothing is more important than the summons from Zeros. Zamrak of all people should know that. It's from the Empty Lord who assigned us our reconnaissance mission. Zamrak assured me we would understand. Have you heard it from Chaw? Sounds like a similar assigned missions. Chaw, the dancer? No, I don't think so. Similar missions, you say? I'm afraid I would not know. You look awfully nervous. Nervous? What makes you say that? When you keep touching that book of yours. In my line of work, you need to pick up on nervous tics. Oh, this... No, it's just a habit, I guess. All my thoughts get written in it, so it's never far from my mind. Yes. I have heard all about your book. Curious object, yet. Extremely useful to the Empty Lord, always able to read what you have seen and done. It's both a gift and a curse. Did I see that book of yours? You see it already. I'm sure it contains nothing interesting. Well, I am sure you won't mind if I take a look inside. Only the Empty Lord is permitted to... You forget yourself, Pejor. I am Inquisitor. It is my duty to check these kinds of things. Very well. I need not fear you. My intentions are pure. And the most recent page in freshly written words. An interesting read, Pejor. I have heard speculation of who traitors may be, but I had no such knowledge myself. Curious. If there's a spy among us, it would seem you are not him. Ah, indeed. Perhaps you should think twice before disturbing me again. Perhaps. Still, I did not appreciate your description of me. I am only doing my job, Parjor. Goodbye. Okay. So I'm here to just talk to all of these important characters. Zabub. Majoret. It surprises me to see you here. Should you not be leading your forces in the north? Do not probe me, Inquisitor. It was I was recalled by a letter penned by Azanadra's own hand. I meant no offense. I was also summoned. What seems to be happening? Be damned if I know. I'm supposed to be leading an assault. Azanadra was explicit in his orders for me to return, though. I see. Your presence must be imperative if the Empty Lord was willing to postpone your operation. Of course, Azanadra was one of the few that know his will. Now take your leave, Kajai. I have had enough of your questions. Continue talking? I saw your ballet. A ballet. What? Your ballet. The annihilation of Ankara. Bah, that dance had nothing to do with me. I was not asked. You do not like it? I have not seen it. Dancing is a waste of time. It is very good. It really captures your power and majesty. Even Zamrak is a patron. The Legatus Maximus. Really? Perhaps it does not deserve my attention. The dancer Shah is far away from Sentistan currently, but perhaps when she returns you can see the performance. Shah? The demon looked down for a moment. At the time I thought nothing of it, but in retrospect, I realized he knew something. We will see. Okay. Duke Succulus. Is this the character that was in that mansion? The massive Chthonian is chewing noisily on food of some kind in most of its many mouths. Duke Succulus. What do you want, Majoret? Why have you been summoned here? Some matter of the utmost importance, I expect. Why else recall the Empire's finest general from the north? Oh, the symbols on the demon are so cool. Oh, that is awesome. That is the coolest looking lesser demon I have seen. Oh. That's a Zamarakian marking. However will Foreign 3 cope without your leadership? My tribunes manage. They are just about capable of acting independently for short periods. Who else has been summoned? It's been too long since I sampled my delicious variety of the capital. Do your own spying. Surely a being of your keen insight has seen something. Well, I note that I am not the only commander here. There's a bub over there, for example. A Vernic belonging to the front lines, where they may have some use. I also note a number of august individuals are not in attendance. Where is the Legatus Maximus? I see. Anything else you have picked up on? Cardinals in attendance in lieu of our lord. Of course, but the Praetorians are also here. Sliske and Trindine are somewhere lurking in the shadows. What's happened so far? More and more have entered the throne room. As the murmuring rises, clear that Zaros is displeased. The room is rife with rumor and speculation as to why. And what say you? I say he has spent too long away from that dancer of his. My tribunes tell me he is dispatched to the west, some secret matter. Has not been seen in the capital since. Charles' absence is likely to be our lord's only concern. Unlikely to be our lord's only concern, but her silence is far cause for suspicion. Who else was on this mission? I cannot tell you. Perhaps something to do with the elves that live in that region. I wonder if an elf tastes like. Do you think they are very much like humans? I hadn't given the matter much thought. Goodbye. Inspect wall marking. Someone seems to have marked this particular pillar with some rushed graffiti. A pair of horns, perhaps. Ah, so we don't know. They don't know whose symbol that is just yet. I guess that makes sense. Whoa, what the? Oh, the room is domed, but I can, like, sift outside of it a little bit. Jolin! Jolin, it is good to see you. we're at the same pose. Great. Koshai, my brother. Surely you of all people know why we are here. I would be considered myself worthy of an explanation as well, but Zanadra is too preoccupied to converse. This is the case all too often these days. What is your assessment of the situation? The throne room is full of hushed whispers, my friend. Some say there is a plot to usurp the Empty Lord. If this is the case, then it would seem I have an inquisitorial duty to perform. Can I ask you something, Jolin? Of course. Whenever I talk to the brothers about you, they call you rude. But you've always been kind to me. Oh, that is because I'm not interested in playing their political games. All the time, everyone is demanding I pick sides. When I refuse, they just assume I am on the other side. I know exactly what you mean. Okay, is that everyone up here that I can talk to? And everything that I can investigate? Oh, there's another Zamarakian logo over there. Oh, I can... Broken mouthpiece. Someone has broken this mouthpiece. It be an indication they wish to silence the empty lord. It was clear we had been summoned because there was a plot to overthrow our leader. As Inquisitor, it was my job to deal with such situations. But Zaros' most fierce loyalists still need convincing of my innocence. Okay. So now we go down another floor. Wall marking. Curious. More wall markings. The horns look like the symbol of the Avernic Rebellion adopted by some of our military. Perhaps the gods marked this vantage point. Why are you here, War Priest? Leave me be, Inquisitor. I'm afraid I cannot. It's my duty to verify your loyalty to Zaros. Bother the other humans. They always huddled around plotting and scheming. I remember thinking it seemed odd that a human would refer to the others of her race in such a way. I had a number of tools at my disposal for suspicious situations such as this. Use the Inquisitorial Truth Serum. Of course, sorry to bother you. Enjoy this beverage by way of apology. Oh, this tastes like Viri urine. Take your leave, Majoret. You want to remember that Majoret are far stronger than humans, War Priest. Pa, I am an Avernic. One day you will be all bend to the knee of us just the same. As I suspected. Ooh. How naive of you to think you could trick me. You'll be dealt with alongside the other traitors, demon. Oh, interesting. Cool. Oh, Sleeske. Oh, great. Fantastic. Trindine. Koshai. I see you are here. Yes, I am. Well observed. I can see why they made you an Inquisitor. Why are you here? Why do you think? Mystery and subterfuge? Ring any bells? Hello? You don't have to be so hostile. Oh, do I not? Do you not think I have good reason to be hostile to you? It's clearly a mistake. I'm glad you realize that now. Sleeske! And if the worshippers are correct, they may already be in sinister... Oh, look! It isn't Adra's personal bully. To what do we owe the pleasure? We are not noticed before this bit of situation. What about you? Not often you show your face. Anywhere. Oh, Koshai. I could not miss out on all the fun and games, could I? You need not worry. The Praetorians have the situation quite under control. What is the role of the Praetorians? We are the secret police in Sentiston. You work with us on a daily basis, although I cannot understand why for the life of me. It's not like we need two sets of secret police when the Praetorians are already doing such a commendable job. Oh, sorry, I appear to be ranting. Any more silly questions, Inquisitor? Thank you for that sarcastic answer, but I was talking about your role in the proceedings today. Our role in the proceedings is to provide vital reports on potential threats. Plots, traitors, you know, that sort of thing. And if needed, we have our own methods for extracting information from suspects. I must admit that is the part where I really come into my own. Hopefully you will not regret the chance. Did the Praetorians know about this already? Of course we did. Everyone is gathered here because of the intelligence we gathered. I act on the authority of Zaros himself. We must place a lot of trust in you to act so strongly on your advice. It can be oh so stressful ruling an empire. Busy work, you see, even for a god. Zaros relies on me and my Praetorians as his eyes and ears in Sentiston. I know, I am such a charming individual. I assure you the evidence is quite compelling in this case. Do you have any suspects? Must you always be so patronizing? We have ears all over Sentiston. Of course we have suspects. They never seem to expect us to be listening. Care to share them with me? Not particularly. Who is to say that you are not in league with them, dear old Koshai? I've always thought you looked quite... shifty. Now is not time for your games, Sleeske. I need to know what you do if I'm to perform my duty. Alright. You never were much fun anyway. The suspects have been gathered in the center of this room. Mostly minions, though. None of the big fish. How many traitors are there? Who could be orchestrating this whole thing? Oh, I do hate parting with information. Knowledge is power, after all. Sleeske? Fine. At this stage we cannot be sure, but we have reason to believe the person behind all of this is a high-ranking military commander. Is that really possible? I suppose the signs do seem to point towards that conclusion. But you are often a difficult place to source to trust in, Sleeske. What can I say? Sometimes being such an enigmatic individual does have its drawbacks. Goodbye. Goodbye, Sleeske. It's nice to see you before you were... weird. I mean, he's still weird, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we looked at that wall marking. Let's go down the other side and see what we've got over there. Ugh. These guys are so weird. Okay. Oh, hello. Broken enchantment. Uh-oh. The ring of enchantment protecting this place has been broken here. Someone has undoubtedly tampered with them. Great. Pernix. Ah, Pernix. What a surprise. It's quite rare to see you away from the battlefield. Next sent you in her stead, I assume. Have you heard word from Zaros? None. Hunting traitors. Pernix looks you up and down over his shoulder. He seems to be assessing you. Surely you do not suspect me, Pernix. There is a traitor in our midst. Why have you come here? Zaros summoned me himself. You lied to me, Koshai. Why, okay. Why have you come here? An Inquisitor was sent for. There are marked walls. Have you seen? What was this symbol? A red pair of horns. What is your assessment? There's a plot to overthrow Zaros. Perhaps you are not a traitor. You may continue. I will not inhibit you. Glad to hear it. Continue talking. What is next? Busy. What could be so important she cannot attend a recall? You should have been briefed on this, Inquisitor. Remind me. She's building a fortress. Tremendous new power source to contain. I see. Okay, so that's the Godwars dungeon. Akthenakos. Akthenakos was scanning the room suspiciously. I know he could be a sly old dog. I was keen to convince of him my innocence early to avoid coming into question later. Akthenakos, my friend. I am sorry. I cannot trust you are the real Koshai unless you prove yourself. There are spies everywhere. Prove myself. You have known me for hundreds of years. There are traitors among us. As I have heard, one of them could easily have adopted your visage, especially if they are one of our kind. I cannot be sure until you've answered some questions. Fine, what would you ask me? Let me see. A god watched over us on Farenske. What was her name? Ma? Well, that was an easy one. Blabbermouth like Sleeske could probably reveal that information to just about anyone. Oh, I've thought of a better one. What Menethite deity brought us to Gielinor? What Menethite deity? Well, that would only be Icthlarin. Yes, okay. But that was too easy as well. You could be any Majoret. You'd only think something Koshai would know. The real Koshai knows me well. When I wish to be alone, I take advantage of my own shapeshifting abilities. What form do I take on? Oh! Akthenakos is a camel! I know that guy! Hold on, yeah, a camel. Thanks, Zaros. It is you. Finally, someone I can trust. I'm sorry to have doubted you, Koshai. Akthenakos the camel is a... Wait, really? Hold on. That's funny. Do not worry, I understand your need for suspicion more than most would. I will not stop you proceeding any longer. Please continue. Continue talking. Anything else you wish to discuss? Have you given any thought to what we do when this war is over? Which war? Well, all of them. Eventually, the last holdouts will be brought under control, and we will control all of Gielinor. I had not thought about it. I do not think I will make much difference to me. There are always enemies, more enemies within. And so the back street of the courtroom become our new battlefield. I suppose. How depressing. Alright, well, either way, that's about all the time I've got for this episode. Like and subscribe if you liked the episode. Ring that bell if you'd like to see more. Good night. And we are going to do some more investigating tomorrow. Bye-bye!